Hello lovely people, welcome back to Flow Pilates. My name is Greta and today we have day 7 of our 30-day challenge. Our class is going to be an upper body Pilates strength class, so you will be needing some light set of weights, and that is all. I've got my set of 2 kgs. Awesome. Okay, well we're going to meet down lying on your mat. Starting off as always with a bit of core activation. So when you're ready, we're floating those dumbbells up in front of our chest. They're running parallel to our body and we're bracing through our belly as we float those legs to find your tabletop position. Nice. Pulling your belly button down and in towards that mat, imprinting through your lower back. We're going to start by opening that left arm out as we extend that right leg long. Beautiful. We draw back in. Just this left arm and right leg. Nice. So we're just working this single side to start. Beautiful. We're opening that arm out to the side, taking a fly. It should have a gentle bend through that arm. Beautiful. Inhale as we extend. Exhale to close. Beautiful. Each time we close, I want you to think about using that sharp exhale as you squeeze your abs down and together. Awesome. Thinking about knitting that rib cage down towards your hips. Awesome. This next time we open, can you hold? Progression, you're curling your head and chest up off that mat as dumbbell sweeps down to our hips. Beautiful. Lower that chest as dumbbell sweeps to the side and close in. That's our combo. We open, we crunch, we lower and draw in. Nice. So separating that open and that sweep and that curl team, not mushing these movements together. Beautiful. Seeing if you can clear those shoulder blades up off the mat at the top. Nice work. Final progression if you wish to take it. Can you open out and hold as we curl up? Can you sweep that leg up towards the sky? Beautiful. It lowers as dumbbell goes to the side and then we draw in. All right, full challenge there. Open out. Exhale to crunch and lift. Inhale to lower and then exhale to return back. Beautiful. Upper abdominals here are working as well as those lower abdominals as we take that leg sweep, challenging that depth of range, seeing how low we can extend it while still imprinting that lower back down onto that mat. Just giving me 2 more full reps like this. Beautiful. Good work, team. Nice. Last one. All right. We're all going to meet at the bottom. Can we open that left arm and extend that right leg? We're just working that curl as we sweep our leg up and release back down. Beautiful. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to lower. Just here for 4. Using that breath as we lift. Here for 3. Nice and slow and controlled. Final 2. Awesome. Last one this side. And we return down. Beautiful. Dumbbells back over our chest. Taking a moment here. This next time we're going straight on over to that other side. So our right arm's going to open as we take that left leg extension. Beautiful. Exhale to draw back in. Inhale, we open. Exhale to close. Nice. Taking these first few reps here just to tune back into that breath pattern. Checking in with our alignment. Still making sure that that lower back is sucking down onto our mat. We can feel that connection through that core. Beautiful. All right, this next time we open, can we hold? If it's there, we're curling up as dumbbell sweeps to our hip. Beautiful. We lower as it sweeps to the side, and then we draw everything in. Nice. We open, take that curl, and then return. Nice work, team. We're working to clear those shoulder blades up off the top, off that mat at the top. Nice work. As we take that curl, focus, your gaze should be looking down towards our navel at the top. All right, final challenge. Can we open and hold? We're adding that leg sweep now as we curl. We lower back down and draw back in. Nice, that's that full challenge, that full progression if you want to take it for today's class. As always, these layers are optional, team, so just working to whichever feels good for you and your body today. Nice work. Just giving me 3 more like this. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, exhale to draw back in. Nice work. Final 2. Last full rep. Awesome. We draw back in and hold. We just got that final push for the side. Can we open out? Just getting to work on that curl and sweep. We curl and we lower. Lovely work. Just here for a count of 5, team. Moving nice and slow for 4. Here for 3, 2, last one, and lowering back down. Nice, knees find your tabletop. One last push in for our supine abdominals. We're gonna reach those dumbbells overhead, palms towards the sky. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're circling them around as we take a crunch. Nice. Inhale, they circle overhead. Exhale, around and up. Nice work. Keeping that chin tucked the entire time to stop any straining through that neck. Nice work. Focus on that close of our rib to hip connection to help us lift off that mat. Nice, extra challenge. This next time we curl, can you hold? We're adding a single leg extension out. It draws back in before we lower. Other side, we curl. We extend the other leg. Tabletop, and we return. Nice work. Just working these alternate leg extensions. Just extending that leg as low as you can manage. You guys are nearly there. You're doing great. Just giving me 3 more reps like this. Beautiful. Final 2 now. Last one. We're gonna lift up and hold. We're just working those extensions. Out and to draw back in. Nice, keeping that chest up. If you can, you've got an option is to drop it back down. Otherwise, just here for our final count of 4. Here for 3. Shoulders back and down for 2. On 1, we extend both those legs. Just you and your breath, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. We can draw those knees into your chest, taking a well-deserved rock out from side to side. Beautiful work. Abs should be nice and warm here. We're gonna roll all the way up and find your 4-point kneeling position. We're just gonna need that left dumbbell, team. So your left hand's gonna hold the dumbbell. Right hand's just firm down on your mat, settling into our 4-point kneel position. So back is flat, sucking your belly button up and in towards your spine. Awesome. We're gonna start with just a simple fly. So exhaling, we're flying that left dumbbell out towards that sky and lowering back down. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Nice. So our goal here is to keep our core and hips as stable as possible. Nice. You can feel that leverage and weight as that our arm extends out towards the sky. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna start to add layers, start to add that challenge. This time as we open that arm, can you extend our back right leg? Beautiful. Inhale, everything closes. Exhale to extend. Inhale, we drop. Beautiful. Minimizing that shake through the back. Imagining we still have that tray of our favorite beverage on our back. We don't want to spill that margarita, team. Beautiful. All right, if you're feeling up for it, this next one, can we extend and hold? We're sweeping that arm overhead. Can you draw knee to elbow? Extend everything back out before dumbbell sweeps to the side, and we draw in. So that's our combo. We're opening it out, sweeping overhead before taking that knee to elbow, curling through that spine, extending out, dumbbell to the side before we close. Nice. If you don't like that bird dog option, team, just keep working that arm fly with that leg extension and leave it out. Awesome. Otherwise, if you are taking it, each time you take that little crunch, round through your back, gaze looks down towards your navel. Awesome. Just here for 3 last full reps like this. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lengthen out. Beautiful. Final 2. Seeing how high we can keep that arm as we sweep it forward, team. In that fly, you're thinking about squeezing that left shoulder blade back and down. This is that last full rep here. We meet at the bottom of your move. Nice. We meet there. Quick little moment to roll your shoulders out if you need to. Otherwise, all together, let's extend that leg, open that arm. We're just sweeping that dumbbell forward and working your bird dogs. Knee to elbow, and we reach. Exhale as we find that little crunch. Find that little round through your upper back. Nice work. Here for 4, 3. Nice, team. For 2. Last one like this. We extend out and hold. Final push. Dumbbell sweeps out to the side and back to the front. To the side and to the front. I know it feels heavy, but you are strong. Here for 4. Here for 3. Squeezing that shoulder back. Here for 2. Nice work. Last one, we open to that side and lower back down. Nice work. Can pull back, finding that child's pose stretch. Rising on up, just bringing that left arm across our body now. Hands can come down onto that mat as we find a nice twist. And if you like a bit of a back bend, just holding on to your ankles, you can press those hips up high. Gaze can either look, head back to the sky, or relax back behind you. Nice, dropping back down. We're gonna grab both of those weights now. Knees are gonna send nice and wide on that mat, and you're just gonna hover off those ankles. Chest is at a 45-degree angle here. Nice, we're gonna start off with a fly, so keeping this back work going. We're exhaling to find that lift, and inhale to control back down. Beautiful. So since this is a shoulder and back focus class, team, really focusing on that activation. So each time we find that open, can you squeeze and pinch those shoulder blades together at the top? Awesome, as if we're squeezing all that juice out of a lemon. Beautiful. All right, this next time we open, can you hold? We're rising on up to a high kneel, twisting over to the left. We return through center, find that hover, and lower those arms. Nice. We open, lift, and twist to the left. Just working this left-hand side twist, team. Awesome. Keeping those dumbbells at our line of our shoulders as we take that rotation. You should have a soft bend through those elbows. Final progression. This next time we find that twist, can you hold? Drawing those arms up to find goalposts. We extend back out to find that T before we return through center. Hover our hips and lower those dumbbells. Nice. So we lift, drive up, take that rotation, goalposts, extend back out before center, lowering and releasing those arms. Nice. So it's all about that time under tension for those arms, focusing on lengthening out the amount of time we're holding in that T position. Awesome. As we take that twist, just twisting from that belly button up, keeping those hips square towards the front of your mat. Nice, team. Just one more full repetition like this. Beautiful. We'll meet down at the bottom. Nice. Taking that little shoulder roll here, taking this moment to catch our breath, a quick moment of a respite. We're going down that rabbit hole together. As a team, inhale, and as we exhale, we're opening those arms up, lifting up to find your high kneel, just working that twist to the side and center. Exhale as we twist, inhale to return through center. Here for 4. Here for 3. Beautiful. Staying with me for 2. On 1, we're going to find that twist together and hold. Just working our goalposts. And extend. We goalpost and extend. Beautiful. Keeping those elbows nice and high. Lovely. Don't let that gaze start to sink. Just here for our final count for 4. Here for 3. Beautiful. On 2. Beautiful. 1. We open those arms out. We hold and release back down. Nice work. Popping those dumbbells down towards the mat now. Just bringing those hands behind our back. Nice. Arching through that lower back. Gaze can lift. Taking an inhale. And as we exhale, extending them forward, rounding through that upper back. Gaze looks down to your navel. One more time like that. Inhale as we release and roll through. And then exhale to tuck and pull forward. Nice. So we're going to go straight on over to that set on the other side. So your right hand is going to hold the dumbbell this time, left hand's on the mat, flattening off through our back to find that tabletop position. Beautiful. We're going to start off with that simple fly. So inhale, and as we exhale, we're flying that right arm out towards that side this time. Inhale to lower, exhale as we fly. Beautiful. So as we said in that first set, the focus here is keeping that body as stable as possible. It gets more challenging the further the way the dumbbell is from our body and the more leverage it can pull us around with. Nice. If you're feeling strong, we're adding that leg extension now. We open that arm as we extend our leg. Draw everything in, nice. Exhale to extend. Inhale to draw back in. Beautiful, checking in. Are you still giving that right shoulder blade a good squeeze as we open that arm? Nice. Are you still reaching your left toes back behind you? Are you still pulling that belly button up and in towards our spine? Nice, okay, we're gonna keep adding on. So this next time we open, can you hold? We're sweeping that dumbbell overhead, bringing elbow to knee. We reach it back forward before we open and release it back down. Nice. We open, we reach forward, knee to elbow before we refine that fly and close. Awesome, that is that full progression, team. If you're taking that knee to elbow, thinking about really arching through that spine, finding that little crunch through our core. Beautiful. Again, if that full layer isn't there for you, just keep working that fly and leg extension. Nice, we're just here for 3 more full reps. Beautiful. Making these as controlled and slow as possible, focusing on that time under tension, team. Nice, last 2 now. Final rep here. We're gonna meet down in your 4-point position. Meeting down at the bottom, taking a little quick moment here. We've just got that final push for this side before that kneeling set. So as a team, inhale, and as we exhale, opening that arm, extending our leg. We reach it forward, just working those bird dogs. Knee to elbow and reach. Exhale and inhale. Lovely. Here for 4. Here for 3. Reaching that dumbbell a little bit higher for 2. Nice work. On 1, we extend everything out and hold, just working that arm sweep now. Out to the side and forward. To the side and forward. Hips are still square. Final push for 4. I know it's heavy. Staying with me for 3. Here for 2. On 1, can you open to the side and hold? And lower back down. Nice work. We can find that little child's pose stretch. Deep belly breaths. And rolling on up. This time just bringing that right arm across our body. And it can find the edge of our mat as we twist over towards that left. Reaching up through the top of our crown. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna find both of those dumbbells again. Coming back up to find that hovering position. Knees are nice and wide. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Chest is at a 45-degree angle. We're just starting off with that fly. So exhale to fly, inhale as we take that close. Nice, so I know your arms are fatigued here, team, so it's even more important that we really slow these movements down, focus on that mind-to-muscle connection, rather than just rushing through it. So as you take that exhale, we're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Beautiful, feeling it through our upper back here. Okay, this next time we open those arms, let's hold. We're lifting up to take that high kneel, twisting over towards the right this time. We return through center, hover those hips, and lower those arms. Beautiful. So we fly, press up, taking that rotation. You guys have got it. You should still have a nice soft bend through those arms. Awesome. Those shoulders aren't creeping up to your ears as we're starting to fatigue here. We just got that final layer. If you wish to take it, this next time you find that twist, can you hold? We're bending those arms to find goalposts, extending them back out long before we find center. Hover those hips and lower back down. Nice work. If you don't want to take those goalposts, leave it out, team. Nice work. You guys have absolutely smashed this. We're just on our final few pushes of class. Just here for 2 more full reps. Beautiful. Last one here. We all meet down in that hovering position when you're ready. Taking that little shoulder roll, taking that moment to reset at the bottom. All together, we're flying those arms. I'm right here with you. We press up to find your high knee, just working that twist. To the right and center. To the right and center. Nice work. Shoulders still back and down. Just finding that twist from the belly button. Here for 4. Here for 3. 2. Nice work. On one, we twist and hold just those goalposts up and reach. Nice work. We press to dumbbell goalposts and extend. Here for 4. 3. 2. Nice work. On one, we extend and lower back down. Nice work. Popping those dumbbells down and in the middle of the mat, so nice and close to each other. Hands can come down either side, just rolling through some cat-cows in our 4-point this time. So inhale, gaze lifts, tailbone shines towards the sky, and then exhale, rolling through as we arch our back, finding that angry cat. Nice. Inhale and exhale. One more like this, just enjoying a bit of flexion and mobility for our back. And when you're ready, just refinding that tabletop position. We've just got one final finisher for our session today. So your hands are going to come out wide on either side of those dumbbells that are in the middle of our mat. Hands are nice and wide, and when you're already bracing through that belly, we're going to step back to find our full plank position. Nice. Shoulders are over the line of our wrists. Glutes are squeezed here, and we got a straight line from our head all the way down to our ankle bones. Beautiful. We're going to start with a chest push-up. So inhale to lower, exhale as we push up. Regression here, team, is to drop those knees and work through our chest press like this. Nice. Otherwise, we're on our toes. Beautiful. Don't worry about keeping those elbows tight in towards our body. All right, one more before we add on. We meet up in our plank. Our left hand's gonna find that dumbbell. We pike those hips as we bring dumbbell to our right ankle. We pull back forward before we take one push-up. Other side, right hand, right dumbbell. We pike as we tap that left ankle. Draw it back forward as we ditch it, and one push-up. Nice work. So working these alternate pikes and ankle taps. Thinking about sending those hips nice and high. Gaze looks down towards your ankles, and your legs should stay straight the entire time here. All right, we just got that final challenge. So this next time you take a toe tap, can you hold? Can you keep that dumbbell as we open out to find a side plank? Dumbbell extends up towards that sky. We drop it as we refind our plank. One chest push-up, other side. Nice. We find that ankle tap, dumbbell holds, stays in that hand the entire time as we open to our side plank. Drops back down before we take that push-up. Nice. If those side planks aren't their team, just keep working those ankle taps, or you can always leave that dumbbell and just open out into the side plank without that weight. Nice work. Just one more before our finisher. One last full rep. All right, we're gonna meet in that plank. Option is to drop those knees for a quick moment of respite. Nice, all together. We're gonna lift up into your plank and hold. Right hand is gonna grab that dumbbell as we open to find that side plank. Can you hold in the side plank? Dumbbell sweeps down to our hip and extends up. Just working these arm sweeps, just holding in your side plank, pressing those hips up to the sky for 4, 3, lovely work for 2. On 1, it sweeps up. Can you hold, just pulsing those hips up and up now. Here for 4 before we switch to the other side. For 3, 2, on 1, we close that arm straight over to that other side, dumbbell up towards that sky. We sweep that arm down. We extend it up. Nice, squeezing those hips up towards that sky. Beautiful, focusing on that bottom oblique. We're just here for 4, 3, 2. Last one, we sweep that dumbbell out. We're pulsing those hips up nice and high for our final count for 4. Then we're just meeting in a plank team for 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell comes down. We're still in your plank. It's just you and your breath holding here for our last count of 5. Otherwise, we can take push-ups to finish. Here for 5, 4, beautiful, you've got it. For 3, final 2, last one, and release all the way down. Nice work. You can just tuck those toes now, sending those hips up high to find that downward dog, pedaling out through those legs. Inhale, exhale, right heel presses down. Inhale, exhale, left heel presses down. Just finding stillness through those feet now, rolling our spine forward, popping those dumbbells to the side before we sink down and roll up to find our upward facing dog. Nice work, gaze is lifted here. Just swiveling over to look over our left shoulder as right shoulder pulls forward. This time we look over that right shoulder as left shoulder pulls forward. And when you're ready, just finding a comfortable position, seated, facing me. As always, we'll just finish class with one last deep inhale breath. We're sweeping those hands nice and high. And as we exhale, just drawing those hands down through our heart center. Sign the day away. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today and showing up for yourselves. Lovely work, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.